Hey there, welcome back. Today I've got another LEGO set review for you. This is a 2016 LEGO DC Comics set called Gotham City Cycle Chase. It's also a Batman set, obviously, and it came out in 2016. It retailed for 20 bucks, and it comes with 224 parts. And it's honestly, I'd say, very underrated in terms of LEGO DC sets. This wasn't yet the year, well, I guess by this point, Lego DC sets were starting to become Batman themed. Most of them are, but this was also the year that the first Suicide Squad movie came out, which I happen to really like. I know it's hated, but that movie came out, and this set has two of those characters. It's not directly based on it, but it is very inspired by it. You get a Bat Cycle. You also get a motorcycle for Harley, and we get three minifigs. All I'd say two of the three are phenomenal. The one left, we'll get to him. But before we take a look at the two builds, you get two of them in the set. I have one complaint. We'll get to that near the end. But before we take a look at the builds, let's take a look at the minifigs. We get three of them. First up, we get the Batman. This is based on the new 52 run of the character. You can see he's got a grappling hook as an accessory. He also does have a couple silver batarangs in this set as well. He's got the new fabric cape and the short-eared cowl. Back printing as well. This one is my least favorite, the Batman figure. It's nice, it's good, but it's just standard. He does have a darker skin tone, which is more interesting. Got two faces, both kind of grumpy. And honestly, there's not much to talk about with the Batman. He's good, he works for the set, but it's really just the same as in all of these 2016 sets. So, the grappling hook does make up a little bit for it, but it's just not exciting is what I mean. Next up, we get Deadshot, who is exciting. This is obvious, so fantastically well designed. He's got this awesome printing for his logo. This is based on the 80s version, I believe, or the 90s. It's one of the two. He's got arm printing, showing his wrist guns. He's got a jetpack build and a bazooka build. But both look really great. You can angle the nozzles on the back. He's got fantastic printing on his legs and his torso, and his head is really awesome with his scope mask. And this minifig alone is worth getting for me because I've always wanted the Deadshot, and they probably won't make him again just because he's an assassin type, just like Deadpool. He's a very edgy, risque type of character. Just sort of mature. His stories are very dark, but it's awesome to get him in the set for sure. My only complaint is I wish that we would got like a stand for him to fly on because he's got a jetpack and he can fly in the set, but we just don't get any sort of stand for him. But he is one of the bad guys in this one, or in this case, he's an anti-hero, or like a mercenary. That's the word. But anyway, yeah, Deadshot is a phenomenal minifigure. Just the way they did it, the way they designed him, is just amazing to me. I love the color scheme too. It's very bright, very comic booky. Last up, we get Harley Quinn. This is a unique version of Harley where she's got the blue and the red. It's very Spider-Man-esque, like the color scheme is very similar. But she's got a tight corset on with lots of buckles and straps and great leg printing and great printing all around. This is definitely one of the more special Harleys. Like, it's different, She's got back printing as well. You may be wondering, where is her accessory? Well, it's on her bike, actually. We'll get to that. And she does have a double face, and she does have a pigtail piece, which is great. She got a smirk, evil smirk, and a angry look there when Batman's beating her up. And yeah, I love the look of this one. It's super cool. It's very colorful. It's very nice to look at. The colors are very pleasant. The red with the blue. It works really well, and you'll see that when we get to the cycles. But I mean, this Harley Quinn is definitely a great minifig. It's one of the coolest Harleys, I think, that we've gotten, for sure. And it seems to be at least partially based off of the Suicide Squad version, but it's also the new 52 design of Harley Quinn, which is really nice to see. And that's the third minifig. Amazing minifig, of course. It's also a standout in this set. And those are the 3 minifigs. They're all amazing, with Deadshot in particular, for me, being the standout. I just think he was so well designed. Um, I don't know, he just looks, I have to say, he looks badass, okay? The figure for Deadshot is just so cool, okay? I have to say that. But let's move on to the builds here. I'll move the figures to the back just so they can have something to do. Let's take a look at the Bat Cycle first, which is very obviously heavily inspired by the Bat Pod from the Dark Knight, and also Batman. No, the Bat Pod was in the Dark Knight, I believe, only. Yeah. Anyway, it does return in the Dark Knight Rises. Anyway, here it is. It's very reminiscent. You got the giant tires with the low profile, and in this case, Batman has to lay down. So, you know, if you take Batman, you know what? I'm just gonna leave him in the background and use a minifig for an example, just so, I don't know, just because. But if you take a minifig and put them on here, this is how they would look. So they're laying down. It's a little bit awkward because you got this gigantic wheel in the middle, or right here, like in the, you know, at the front. It's blocking the view, kind of, but it's meant to be like a very aerodynamic thing. Anyway, you got like the Batman logos, 2 stickers here, you got some lights, and it does have a feature actually. So these holders on the back, you got a couple clips on the back, and they hold the Batarang, and when Batman's riding it, they'll hold the grappling hook. Well, these can actually swivel out and become like blasters at the front. It's so cool. And it exposes a little bit more of the back with the engines. And it looks really cool. You can see the stud shooters, you can fire them off and angle these because they're on ball joints. And that's really the only feature. The one thing I'm kind of like confused about is why is there this appears to be a headlight or a spotlight. I don't really know why that's there, because Batman shouldn't be able to have a spotlight. Why would he have a spotlight on the back of the Bat Cycle? It just calls attention. Like he's trying to be discreet. Well, that's really not a good way to be discreet. I don't know. But it does look nice, and it might be a cannon. I don't think it's a cannon, but it looks like a light. So if you know what that's supposed to be, let me know. But you've got some yellow vents on the sides and lots of black pieces, which look great. And it's a very sturdy build, too. If I do this, it's not coming apart. This thing is extremely sturdy. It's also very low to the ground, which I like. It's a very different type of Bat Cycle. It's very cool looking. It's very nicely built, and it looks really nice. So that's the first build there. And last up, the second build is Harley Quinn's cycle. Now, this one's very different. You can see, obviously, this is very bright, very colorful. Obviously, if you have the Harley minifig from this set, they match each other, you know? They've got the blue and the red. And it looks really silly. That's the thing I like about this. It's super dumb and silly and just ridiculous looking. But that kind of fits Harley's vibe in this set. She's trying to cause chaos, and what better way to do that than by just making your own bike and going insane. So yeah, got a big tire on the front, got a small tire on the back, and then you've got a number of nice little details, like these lights on the front here. They're the same on both sides. You've got these great exhaust builds on the back with some gold and silver, looking great. You could put some fire pieces if you like. Gold tire in the back, red tire in the front. And there's a seat, of course. Now, unlike the Bat Cycle, this one you can have Harley sit down. You just simply, again, take a minifig, clip him to the handlebars, and have him sit down. It's really simple, you know. You can kind of change it up a little bit if you wanted the feet to be on the studs, or you can push him back like that. And it works super nicely. Another thing that works really nicely is the action feature for this one. It's a little bit more simple. But to have a fun feature, this one has Harley's hammer, her mallet, which is really nice. I'll give you a look at that. You've got a POW sticker on this side, and you got Harley's diamond logo on this side. So obviously you could use this hammer with her, you know, if you want to give Harley her weapon. That's what she would look like. You got to lean her back a bit because it's a bit heavy for her. But this is also used for another attack feature, another play feature. So you'll notice there's a bit of a clip piece here. You put that in there, and you can either, one of two ways do this. So if you're on the ground and you're attacking, you can have the mallet smack like that, down like this, or you can actually take this clip off, and there's a bar, sorry, if I can show you that. There's a bar piece right here, clip that there, and then you can actually have her attack from the front like that. It's a little less, like, functional. It doesn't work as well, nearly as well, but it does look really nice, and you can have it on display either way, or you can just have it in her hand, or even you could just do this from the back. But yeah, that's Harley's bike. It looks really nice. It's definitely a lot less pieces, but it definitely rolls really well. And again, it plays really well with the hammer. So it's got a really nice rolling feature. And yeah, it has a nice look to it. Again, like the Bat Cycle. I think the Bat Cycle is definitely the stronger build, like looks-wise. Like, if you're going to compare the two of these, obviously the Bat Cycle is the better build, but this is definitely the more creative one, and it's definitely stands out more because of the colors. And it's a different build, too. It's not as symmetrical. It definitely is a more interesting build, but this is the better looking. But that's about it. Again, my only complaint, I wish that Deadshot would have gotten some kind of flying display stand. It just, he seems out of place. Like if you have this set and you don't add to it, it's just the two bikes, you know, roaming around Gotham City, obviously. But, you know, it would be nice if Deadshot could tag along with some kind of, like, fire stand or like, I don't know, just him flying would be really nice to see. Obviously, you can make that out of your own parts. I'm just saying, it would be nice to have that, but that's about it for this whole set. It's a pretty small one. I think at 20 bucks, it was absolutely worth it, especially for Harley and Deadshot. Again, the Batman is fine. He's good enough, but if you've got a lot of these sets, he's kind of boring. But that's about it for this set. Let me know what you think. Do you like the set? Do you not? What do you think of Suicide Squad or the New 52? Which figure in the set is your favorite? Do you have this one? Do you want it? Have you built it? And let me know what you think of my review, anything I could improve on. And I will see you for the next one. I'll definitely do a build thoughts on this as well. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Take care and have a great rest of your day.